So, this is what I've learned after 2 weeks of procrastination. The cycle, which applies to every goal, every breakthrough, every ambition you are trying to achieve in life. This is the way and the only way that takes you to your destination. Everything works with a cycle. Everything. Okay, so what the hell do you mean by cycle? Let's have a look at the loop, the branch, and the hidden path. You set a goal for yourself, a goal that's unusual, a goal that invites you out of your comfort zone and asks you to break through your limitations. The goal can be anything. Breaking, forming a habit, being a morning person, writing an essay, preparing a presentation, performing a piece of music, building a new business. And you understand too well that the only way to push yourself towards the goal is to do it. Get your hands on it. What if it doesn't work? What if there's another better way of doing it? What if I fail? You know such doubtful noises wandering in your mind are really just noises. So you tell them to shut up. You grit your teeth and you do it. And then you fail. So after writing your plan down, a notebook or a paper, after keeping all your promises to yourself, you failed. Your bad habits are back. The chain of new habits is broken. You can't keep up with exercising every day or reading for a few minutes every day. You find yourself laying in bed when the clock has already pointed to 10 a.m. in the morning. Your notes are wrong. You look at a project and you don't know where to start. You can't come up with an envisioned, fully planned business draft. You don't have enough knowledge, capital, experiences to kickstart your business. That's fine, you say to yourself. So you pick yourself up and get another shoot. You get out your yoga mat again. You go to bed earlier and set multiple alarms this time. You do more research, you read books, you educate yourself, you practice. A nice shoot, you think, and you failed. That's fine, I'm on the way, you say to yourself. And so you shrug your shoulders and give it another shoot. You try, you fail, you try, you fail, you try, and you fail. And you have a mental collapse. What's the point? And you quit the cycle. You dump away your healthy diet and you grab out all the fattening food. You stop going for a run. You stay up late, mindlessly scrolling your phone. You get up when it's time for lunch. You stop practicing. You leave your laptop and all the papers piling up your desk. You rant and rave to your family when they ask if everything's going okay. I'm done, you said to yourself. This is enough. You grab your phone. When is it the last time I took a proper break? You open up your video game, or Instagram, or YouTube, or Netflix, and you forget your work. All the thing you can see is this gleaming screen in front of you. So much stimulation that excites your brain and forces all your attention to it. We all have a hard time of telling when it is rest and when it is procrastination. And sometimes you don't even realize that your phone is not a source of comfort or a shelter. It's just a machine that keeps stimulating your brain and makes your brain feel even more tired. But that's another topic. With time passing, you begin to remember your unfinished, abandoned work. They are nothing different from shadow that always layer a greyness around you. Whatever you do, whenever you go, you start to panic. But that panic is soon pressed down by a meme, a 30-second TikTok video featuring people doing hilarious, kind of unexplainable stuff, or a post by someone you care about. So it starts to become a full-scale war between your anxiety and the social media. Your anxiety tells you that it's time to get back to work. It's the rational personality living inside you calling for attention. You don't know how to respond to it. You want to ask for help, but you don't know how. So you cling to your phone. A new Instagram post from someone you have followed. An unfinished series of anime, a a new video released by your favorite YouTuber, a new game title to be reached. So you sink back into the sofa. There's something to be done. There's something unfinished that I need to finish. The anime, the video, the game. You can't do without me. But all of this can't stop your anxiety from growing. Irrational little man inside you tries to take back over control every time you finish one episode of anime, click off one video, and pass one level in the game. It starts to become more impatient, more irritant, and yells at you at the top of his lungs. You should work! The battle continues, but the rational little man inside you knows very well that he's going to win. And you also know that the rational little man is going to win. It's just a matter of when. And that honorable moment arrives. Your anxiety level peaks so high that it's intolerable to sit on the sofa. The rational little man continues. No one will do the work if you don't do the work. And if you don't do the work, nothing will get done. This time, you listen to him and you crawl all over back to your desk. You type in one sentence. You set multiple alarms. You put your fingers on the keys. You join the cycle again. You try, you fail. You try and you fail. Many collapse after a fail. Battle within the rational little man and the foe. Rational little man wins. You try, you fail. This is a well understood, but the most easily forgotten path. Like a narrow trail followed by the short shrubs and bushes in an old, dark forest. Every time you fail, you learn something. You question yourself. Why did I fail? Should I change the way of doing things? What should be changed? How? You reflect, you think, you struggle, you thrive, you try. You slightly change the way you do things. You repeat this process. You try, you fail. But every time after you failed, you learn what works and what doesn't work, what helps and what doesn't help, what should be changed and what shouldn't be changed. Repeat this process, and the trial unveiled itself. After all the sweat and tears that went into grinding, after hours and days of hard work, and after uncountable times of attempts and failures, you succeed. Your habits consolidate. Your internal biological clock knows when to wake up. You get one paragraph done. You get the notes right. You come up with a clear vision on what to do next for your business. Congratulations! You have now entered a new round of cycle. When you think it's the end chapter, remember the cycles that lie ahead you. When you want to quit, remember the glory that you have overcome so many cycles to get into the cycle that you're at now. That's how you play the game. Enjoy.